This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jagrich. Nigerian groups unite in a call for urgent action, demanding a state of emergency on security to address escalating concerns. 48 civil society organizations in Nigeria call on President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency regarding the security situation. The coalition held a press conference in Abuja last week. 43 people were killed in 2 days of clashes in central Plateau state, while capital Abuja also witnessed a series of kidnappings some days before that. Musa, who spoke on behalf of the civil group, said 2,423 people have been killed in mass atrocities-related incidents, while about 1,872 persons have been abducted between May 2023, when President Tinubu assumed office, and 26 January this year. We are particularly concerned about the upsurge in abductions, noting that at least 230 incidents, in most of which multiple victims were involved, occurred within the first 2 weeks of January 2024 alone, he said. Abuja's police force recently launched a special squad to tackle kidnapping gangs. The UK government has reportedly extradited business tycoon Yagnesh Mohanlal Divani back to Kenya to face charges over a jet fuel fraud. The fuel scam, often known as the Triton scandal, was allegedly made through Mr. Divani's company, Triton Petroleum Limited, in 2008. Authorities said that Kenya risked losing about $50 million, that is 40 million euros, in the scam. The Kenyan government has been seeking to bring Mr. Divani back to Kenya for years after he fled in the wake of the scandal. He was last week quietly extradited from Britain, charged in a Nairobi court, then freed on bond, Kenya's Daily Nation newspaper reports. In May 2020, the Court of Appeal in the UK dismissed his application seeking asylum in the UK, effectively allowing his extradition to Kenya to face 19 charges of fraud. The case will be mentioned on 12 February for pre-trial. Nigerian travel content creator Pelumi Nubi is today beginning an attempt to drive from London to Lagos, a journey of more than 7,000 kilometers, that is 4,340 miles. From England, Miss Nubi will cross into France and Spain before entering Africa through Morocco. After that, it's through the West Sahara Desert, Mauritania, Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and finally Nigeria. Reaching Lagos, Miss Nubi said of her travel routes. While similar driving challenges have been done on the London-Lagos route before, Miss Nubi said she believed she was the first black woman to attempt the journey. But hey, this isn't about breaking records. It's about showing the world that impossible is just a word, she said when she first announced the challenge last November. Last week, Miss Nubi said that the trip had taken 1 year of planning and saving. An avid traveler, Miss Nubi has visited 80 countries. She often showcases her travel exploits on her social media accounts. Angola's state-owned oil company, Sonangol, has dismissed reports that a vessel targeted by Houthi fighters last week in the Gulf of Aden was part of its fleet. The tanker, with links to the UK, was on fire for several hours last Friday in the Gulf of Aden after being hit by a missile fired by the Houthis. The Iran-backed movement, based in Yemen, said it targeted the Malin Luanda in response to American-British aggression. The dismissal came in response to reports by Angolan media outlets linking the Malin Luanda vessel to Sonangol. Sonangol informs the public that the Malin Luanda vessel, recently hit by a missile in the Red Sea, is not part of its fleet of company-owned or chartered vessels. The firm said in a statement seen by the local media, Luanda, operated on behalf of Singapore-based commodity trader Trafigura, flies the flag of the Marshall Islands. Trafigura is one of the main suppliers of diesel and marine diesels to Angola. It is also a shareholder in the Puma Energy Company, which controls the Pumango petrol station in Angola. Other shareholders in Puma Energy include Sonangol. That is the size of Top Accolade African News Updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Tuesday.